Spend the afternoon with me as a childcare center owner. So I am back at the center and I am now ripping down all of the wallpaper off my wall. I got this stuff off of Amazon and I was super impressed with how well it was coming off. It wasn't taking any of the stuff off the wall until I got to the bottom, and then it was ripping everything off. I got a lot of compliments on how cute this stuff was, but I was just ready for a change. Then it was time to prep for the ceilings. So I went ahead and I put tape on the edge of the ceilings just to make sure that everything was going to be nice and neat, because I knew that I was going to be spraying the paint. My thought process was I'll spray the paint so then it'll be quicker. But honestly, the amount of prep time that I spent on getting everything ready to spray probably was the same amount of time that it would have taken me to actually just roll the paint on. Once the tape was done on the border, then I went ahead and I grabbed some old wrapping paper and I started taping on the edges of that so that I would be able to put that up on the ceiling, so that when I did the spray, any of the back spray wasn't going to end up getting on the actual ceiling tiles. This is actually old wrapping paper that my grandma gave me. This took a lot more coordination than I really expected. I had to do them in smaller little pieces just because I was definitely struggling to get them to stay up for long periods of time. Even with the step stool, I was way too short for this task. Once the ceiling was done, it was time to wrap up the door. I feel like this is just getting me prepped for when we do a Christmas door decorations. And then I was on to the windows. So I was doing plastic wrap on this, so I went ahead and I did that edging with the tape once again so that I could make sure that there was going to be a crisp line, and then I could do all of the extra plastic wrap with another layer of tape on top of it. I definitely found that by doing that double layered tape, it worked out a lot better, and that I didn't end up having any of that overspray. I took a couple of seconds to write down some measurements and to figure out how many boards I was going to need to purchase when I went to Menards the next day. And then it was time to grab all of my stuff, pack up, and head home.